our general improvements. So we have tons of smaller improvements done over the last weeks. And to give you a glimpse about some of them, we created some slides. First is we will introduce 5 new nodes in the category of time. So it means you will have access to construct date and times, deconstruct them, create time steps from the current time, and also use it for formatting time. And 2 workflows we always hear from customers is, the first is I want to have a dynamic naming of, for example, files or directories. So you can use the construct date nodes to make exactly this. You have a formatter, you have a merge text, and at the end you get, for example, this directory title, and you can use it with the create directory nodes we presented last time. And another workflow where you could use these new nodes is to measure the time, like how performant is your current workflow. You have like a start and you have an end, and then you can measure the computation. And here at the end, it's, for example, this small hello world product, 5 seconds. So a lot of possibilities with these new nodes. Also have fun with the time nodes. Next one, we implemented for our expert users a new node called dynamic control. And it looks so simple because it has just one input, but I can promise you it's very powerful. So first of all, when you put it on the canvas, it says, okay, I need this dictionary, otherwise I can't compute. So it's yellow. But yeah, if you put one dictionary in, and here I put a select possibility. So I create our dictionary with our construct dictionary node and an array from list, and I put in option 1 and 2. And then you see that this select control is directly created on top of the dynamic controls node. So this gives you the power to really programmatically change controls, whether it's select or other things. So for example, if you put a slider in it, it's you can use the quick notation we normally use, or you can get a Boolean in it, and you see we have a toggle now on the dynamic controls, or even a typical text holder. So you can really stretch it here and make your dynamic controls possible with all the construct dictionaries and this new node. And you can use it for example, changing the boundaries of sliders or making them dynamic. So we saw a lot of requests in this field, all a little bit different. So we are really curious to see what you will end up with this new power. And here's another example where I get some list inputs from sliders with minimum and maximum, and I created these sliders also programmatically on the go. So very small but powerful new node. And then we did a facelift to our UI, Marvin, right?
Exactly. It has a totally new appearance. So yeah, it is in general more streamlined. It is more brighter. It has a cleaner design. But yeah, why did we do it? In the end, we give the workflow creator more space to work on the canvas and also a better focus. So on top, we see that the ribbon menu, as you knew before, is now collapsed. So we can expand it. That gives you a little bit more headroom. And the data containers are shifted towards the right side. So each category now, first was in the very beginning, but each category now has the corresponding data containers always on the right. For example, here, and then you, of course, you have the drop downs and you can access them. Yeah, that gives you a bit better overview. Then on the side, we have the control bar here. So the sidebar, it's also collapsed by default. And when you open a workflow, for example, this template about reporting, you can unfold the sidebar and use the functionalities such as setting a dedicated icon or yeah, any other descriptions you can add here to define your workflow. Okay. Then also you can see that the icon is directly moved to the workflow tab. It appears there. That's the little update on top. And on the right, that is also a very new feature. You see a news banner. And at the moment, we publish news regarding the marketplace. So whenever there's an update in the marketplace, you will be notified here in this news banner. Okay. Then we have another new improvement regarding the viewer. you remember last time in Geeky Gaia we had already one. So Geeky Gaia we had I think there was viewer performance improvements up to 50 times faster regarding bodies or surface bodies to spin around in the viewer. That is because our customers challenge us more and more with more complex workflows and more complex assemblies and geometries. So here we have something more. So this time it is regarding FEA visuals and points. And we had very heavy benchmark data. So they appear to have an average frame rate from 1 frames per second. So in the very heavy data. And now we managed to perform, to improve that, to improve the performance up to 36 times with an average frame rate of 36. And so larger FE models and points or clouds of points can be visualized much better now. Then there's another, and that is about the tessellation or triangulation of objects. So again, it is about bodies. So before we had something like this on the left side of the green body here, you see the tessellation as it was before, so very fine. And on the right side, you see how the body will look in the viewer. And we managed to have less triangles, but still have the same appearance in the viewer. So that is generally better for computational time. And we managed to have up to 97% fewer primitives after this tessellation for these solid or surface bodies. So hopefully when you have something really heavy to display, to run, this gives you a little booster.